You're too focused on other people's advantages that you don't even see your own advantage. It really comes down to the fact that you lack perspective. You lack a range of different perspectives. You only believe that one thing is possible through one particular avenue or through one particular step. And because you don't have the things that that blueprint requires, and that means you won't be able to get to that place, or you won't be able to achieve those things. And then that is when envy starts to sink into your heart. But you need to hold on to the perspective or the idea or the truth that allows you to expand, that allows you to move forward, to go forward, that allows you to step more and more into your truth, and that allows you to tune out the noise that doesn't actually help you in this journey. Tune out what other people are doing, tune out the advantages that other people have, and tune into the advantages that you already have right now that can shift you into a whole different life. And some people still hold this idea that the lighter skin you are, the lighter complexion you have, potentially you may have been mixed with something. Or that means you're mixed with something. I remember when my son was born, I had questions like, is he mixed with something? And it's ignorance that leads people to thinking that there is only one way for a child to be born lighter skin, or without considering all the biological factors of what goes into, or how in all the entire race of people, the African race is not the African, but the black race is the only race that is able to produce kids that are of different skin tones, different skin colors. You don't have to conclude to one perspective just because you've been exposed to one particular perspective. Allow your mind to be expanded beyond the fact, beyond what you know, beyond what you see. Allow your mind to welcome new ideas, new ways of doing things, so that you can be expanded, and so that you don't hold resentment and anger towards people that are actually allowing themselves to be advanced beyond, and allowing themselves to use the advantages that they have been given for their advancement. They don't make any excuses for it. They own it. If you have an advantage that God has given you, don't make excuses for it. Own it. Own the fact that certain aspects of your being, certain aspects of your essence allows you to maneuver in this world better than other people. Own it. Strip yourself of the shame that society has placed on you in regards to these gifts that you have been given, whether that is the ability to be able to speak confidently in social settings. Not a lot of people have that. Whether that is the ability to be able to see patterns within people's behaviors, whether that's your ability to be able to be like empathetic towards people, just naturally be able to humanize people for their experiences, and not be so rigid when it comes to approaching people's behaviors and people's, the way people maneuver through life. And everyone has gifts in different areas, and everyone's given gifts at different measures. It is your responsibility to learn what your advantage is, so that you can use your advantage for your betterment, so that you can allow the light that God has placed on the inside of you to shine in front of the whole world. And so that you're not looking around trying to figure out, or not looking around in envy and jealousy thinking, oh, they only got there because of that. They only got there because of their husband. They only got that opportunity because their husband is white. Well, if you think that is the only avenue, or that is the only way for you to get and acquire that type of success or that type of lifestyle is to be married to a white man, well, maybe you just need to expand your perspective a little bit more. Expand your idea of different avenues and different possibilities, and how those possibilities can come about. You don't need to be so rigid in the way that you think. You're allowed to expand your mind, and you're allowed to use your gifts, your advantages, the things that you have been given that put you at an advantage. You're allowed to use them shamelessly. And I know that so many times in society, a lot of people have been shamed for those very things that God has given you to use in this world. And I'm calling you today. Today is the day for you to actually say, no, I'm no longer going to allow myself to carry this shame for generations, because has stopped me from being my true, authentic self, and has stopped me from actually stepping into the doors that I knew were for me. But because I'm so scared of taking up room, taking up space, I'm holding back. I'm going to hold back. I'm not going to do the things that I really want to do because I'm scared of people's perceptions of who I am as a person. And you need to give yourself the permission. Don't wait for people to give you the permission that you need to step into the things that you need to step into. Don't wait for people to give you the permission that you need to remove yourself or to strip yourself from the shame that has been imposed on you. Give yourself the permission to finally say enough is enough. I'm not holding on to this shame any longer. I'm not holding on to the shame of my relationship breaking down. I'm not holding on to that shame anymore. I'm not holding on to the shame of being a single mom. I'm not holding on to that shame. I'm going to use whatever situation that you're in at this very particular moment for your advancement. Because what people don't realize is that even if something is an advancement to you or an advancement to another person, there is a level of work that goes into the gifts that God gives you to the point where you are able to master what God has given you so that it's actually impactful, so that it makes an impact in this world. There are so many gifts in this world, so many people that are holding onto or sitting onto gifts in this world that are laid dormant. Why? Because you aren't intentional about mastering the gifts that God has given you. You aren't intentional because you are afraid of how people are going to perceive you once you master that. You are afraid that people are going to judge you based on your gifts, based on what makes you you as a person. Don't apologize for being you. Don't apologize for the things that God has given you for your betterment. That is what the world needs right now. The world needs people that are confident. The world needs people that are capable of stepping into their truth and willing enough to step into their truth irrespective of what anybody else has to say about them. And this is your time. This is your chance. This is your moment to analyze the areas in your life that you have shrunk yourself to accommodate other people's perceptions of who you are as a person, or to accommodate people's ideas of who you are. It's time for you to just bin it, put it in the bin, chuck it in the bin, and walk in your truth. Throw the shame in the bin and walk in your truth. That's it. I'll see you in my next video.